Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Step 180, 380. Red Delta.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Completes it to Samuel. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. On first down, it's Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Shit, 180, 390. 55. Here we go, G. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Big edge.
And an alley to run. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose and picked up by the Chargers. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Hey, Delta!
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. On the counter, Gurley. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 44.
We got double up. One.
Mariota gives to Henry. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Adam Humphries, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Succa, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Good completion there from Phillip Rivers, who has been really good against Tennessee in his career. This is the 9th time that he has faced the Titans as a starter, and so far he's 7-1 against them.
Hey, downtown! Switch!
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Hey, alert 3. Check it back. 180. Bang. Watch the eye. Check 50.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Round 80. Hey, 79.
7-7, our score after 1.
Check 390. 190. 50. Watch 12. Watch the screen. Check. Hey, rocket. Check out.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. One. Hatchet. One.
From the gun, Mariota. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. One. Seam 6.
Mariota now from the 50. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
66. Fully high.
They'll throw again. Mariota. And it's complete. Henry. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, watch the ball. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Sucko. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Joker, 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 Joker. Check 26, check 26. Check 3, check 3, check.
Hey, Delta!
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rivers. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Mariota to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. From the 41, Mariota. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Third and long here for Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Fowler providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now Benjamin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Gurley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Round 80! Round 80! I smell fear in that offense.
from the gun. Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And an alley to run. And all the way to the opposite 48. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. Now Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, 79! 79!
Throwing, Rivers. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Rivers now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Final play of the half, Rivers. Taking a shot for Samuel. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Again, it's Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Right. One. He's coming. Three. He's coming, double up.
On third down, Mariota. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And got his man complete. They'll get 34 yards there. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Derrick Henry.
Check.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Got you, boy.
Mariota now. Steps away to his and a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. Now, they took a real chance there, throwing deep from their own end zone.
Yeah, just think about it this way. If you take that shot, which they just did, you're giving those pass rushers an extra chance to get you. Your escape hatch behind you is gone because the end line is there. Yet at the same time, they took the gamble, and boy, did it pay off.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That goes for a gain of 31. Now, that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers letting one go deep for the, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw Mariota. He'll hit his tight end, Walker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Throwing is Mariota. Time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jerry Tillery in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota, he's going to walk. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Complete to Delaney Walker. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Trying to punch it in with Henry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll give Henry another shot. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, L.A. Curtis Samuel, 83 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, and even better run for big yardage.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returning, it's Benjamin. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Easy, easy.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the toss, it's Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Rivers. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Set 180. Load it. Load it. Round 80. White. Nice hot. Check out. Check out. Hey, easy. Easy.
Now Gurley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another carry now for Gurley. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Benjamin's got it. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Badgley on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next to score, Chargers 24, Titans 17.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Open man is Samuel, complete. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good.
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my old flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off, but just so I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I
like that.